when I read the whole book, I had this impression that we have a very powerful tool for management. That's for sure. But when you think about the government and the influence that the government has in our lives, particularly in countries like Brazil, in Latin America, where we have this culture of obeying everything that the government says, whenever I think about the government, kind of manipulating people, it's a little bit scary. So convince me that this libertarian paternalism is feasible in countries where the government, we have agency conflicts, the government is not a perfect agent, and we have rent-seeking from the politicians, and we have corruption.
Well, so let's go over this term, libertarian paternalism, that we use in the book. Both of these words are unpopular right now. Libertarians actually are quite popular at the University of Chicago and a few other places, but outside of Hyde Park, they're considered anarchists or extremists. But libertarians are popular compared to paternalists, who are the people who want to tell us what to do and want the so-called nanny state. And so nobody wants to live under a paternalist, but people think that libertarians are too extreme and will just leave the market alone to do anything. So we combine these two ideas. And the phrase sounds like an oxymoron. It sounds self-contradictory. But the way we use the term, we don't think it's contradictory. So by libertarian, we simply mean we try, whenever possible, to give people free choice. If they want to have coffee or tea, they get to choose. The government doesn't tell them, no, you can't drink coffee, you must drink tea. The second, the paternalistic part, is simply we're trying to help people make better choices as judged by themselves. So, suppose I ask you, what time is it? Now, if you're like most people, if you're a human, you just look at your watch and you say, 6 o'clock. If you're an econ, you say, this is an opportunity for a possibly strategic ploy on my part. So it's 6 o'clock. Suppose I tell him it's 10 minutes before 6. Then I'm going to be able to get ahead of him in line at the movies or at the buffet that we're about to go to. My guess is that when someone asks you what time it is, you just tell them, because you think they're better off knowing the right time. If somebody asks you for directions, how do I get to the Renaissance Hotel, you're going to point them in the right direction rather than the wrong direction. If that's the kind of person you are, then according to us, you're a paternalist. So paternalist, according to our definition, is simply someone who wants to help people make good decisions as judged by themselves, the sort of decisions they would make when they're not aroused, when they're not emotionally upset, and when they have all the time and information necessary to make a good decision. Now, it's very possible to do that. And the way we do that, the way we advocate doing it, is to use what we call choice architecture.